The Paris AI Summit ended yesterday, but global regulations for artificial intelligence leave much to be debated. World leaders are looking to push the AI industry by cutting legislation to stay ahead in the tech race. But leaders say lenient regulations come with more dangers and privacy risks for consumers. Dr. Mary Kelly is a cognitive science and AI researcher at Carleton University. Midweek's Hannah Daramola spoke with Kelly about her concerns for AI users and what comes next for legislation.
Throughout your research, what are some of the biggest concerns that you've seen with AI and its popularity that's coming up?
So we've been kind of here before in the sense that we have previously had technological revolutions that have displaced labor, and surviving under capitalism is hard. I worry that AI is going to make it harder if it isn't a labor-saving device where it makes all of our lives easier. Instead, it just makes a few people richer. It's part of what's allowing them to make so much money off of it, I think.
As people are continuing to use AI, what are some things that are pretty dangerous that maybe some people don't know as they use these interfaces more often?
One of those dangers is just disinformation. These systems are not necessarily reliable in the information they give you. And if you just use, say, ChatGPT or DeepSeek and just expect its answers to be correct without double checking on the web, you might be misled about something. These systems don't give any warning when they start making things up. And when they make something up, it often sounds real, like it sounds very convincing. Another thing I'm worried about is direct attacks to democracy, the use of these systems to tilt an election through essentially disinformation and fake bot voters that are based on chatbots. I very much worry about AI being used to tilt elections in favor of the tech oligarchy, for example.
As it's about to wrap up in Paris, Prime Minister Trudeau made a statement about the needs for guardrail transparency and accountability within AI. What are some things that you think would be a good first start that government can take to make sure that citizens stay safe?
I think there's a few things the government could do. This would be a big blow to the industry, would be to prevent these systems from being allowed to be legally trained on copyrighted data. And it's shocking to me to see these companies get away with using copyrighted materials in their training data. Aside from that, measures to protect women from sexual violence and to protect democracy from AI attack would be other things to consider.
What would be big risks that would happen if, our government continued to ignore the threat of AI and, let this problem continue on without taking serious action?
I think the biggest risk is really probably the one that Trudeau pointed out, which is just increasing concentrations of wealth with the tech oligarchs and the benefits of AI essentially just being enjoyed by the wealthy and the rest of us either being out of work or losing the jobs we love. Whether this is making accounts private or one thing that I've heard people proposing, and this is difficult, I'm thinking about it and it's just really difficult, but one of the things people have been proposing is just moving away from using some of the big tech giant services, such as moving things away from Google Docs to some other lesser known services so that Google can't harvest that data for their AIs. People switch over to those instead.
As the summit is wrapping up, hopefully some of the concerns that were brought up will hopefully be discussed more in full at the G7 summit. What are you hoping our political leaders will hopefully get out of this?
Greater worker protections in this changing time, greater protections for artists and other copyright holders, greater protections for women, and maybe consider stronger privacy laws and taxing these tech oligarchs way more than they're currently being taxed.
That was Midweek's reporter Hannah Daramola speaking with Dr. Mary Kelly, a cognitive science and AI researcher at Carleton University.
And that's it for Midweek. We'll be back after Reading Week on Wednesday, February 26th. I'm Jessica Campbell.
And I'm Nadia El-Zambori. We'd love to hear what you think. You can email us at midweek@carleton.ca. Midweek is a production of the Carleton University School of Journalism and Communication in cooperation with CKCU FM.